Hi, I'm Zoltan Stromberg, and this is Don't Hit the Snooze Button. I wake up exactly 3 minutes before my first class of the day begins. I used to wake up an hour before class, get ready by brushing my teeth, taking a bath or shower, then getting to school and having 10 to 30 minutes to breathe fresh air and talk to my peers. A bit after COVID started, when I woke up, I rolled from one side of my bed to the other to grab my Chromebook, then laid back to be nice and cozy and comfortable while the teacher taught or talked about whatever was on their mind. I stayed in my pajamas, and when I got hungry, I got up during class to eat some cereal, and then went back to my room. I'm sure many of you, or at least my fellow peers, have done the same. I turned on my desktop partway through some of my classes and played video games while partly listening to the teacher. If you don't see the problem with this, something is horribly wrong. The habits that we have created for ourselves in the past are done so with purpose. We walk into a classroom and sit in a chair at a desk after a bell to learn. We go onto our computer to provide ourselves entertainment, and we go to bed to sleep. Because of COVID, however, we go to our bed not only to sleep, but also to learn and play games on our phones while learning and while not. We don't walk into a classroom with a certain atmosphere, and we go to our computers to provide ourselves entertainment whenever we feel like it. As we break the habits we've built for so long, our minds are focusing less and less on the content we're taught, and we're becoming more and more lazy. The importance of forming these habits, especially now that many of us have made ourselves lethargic, far exceeds motivation and increases quality of life in the long run. Benjamin Gardner, a doctor in philosophy, explains that the term habit indicates a process whereby exposure to a cue automatically triggers an unconscious impulse to act due to the activation of an association between the cue and the action. This means that when you do something, say it's making some breakfast right when you wake up, your brain associates waking up with eating, making you hungry immediately when you arise. If you do this for a week, then you suddenly don't eat for an hour or two after waking up, you're probably going to feel extremely hungry. If you don't create this cue, say you make breakfast at sporadic times in the morning or don't eat, you may feel a slight or moderate hunger throughout the day, or you might not feel hungry at all, depending on how you schedule your time. Cues can be as specific as you can make them. At night, say you brush your teeth and swirl fluoride. Your brain won't give it a second thought if you brush your teeth and don't use a rinse in the morning. NCBI.gov, taken from the Society of Behavioral Medicine, states that once initiation of the action is transferred to external cues, dependence on conscious attention or motivational processes is reduced. Therefore, habits are likely to persist even after conscious motivation or interest dissipates. Habits are essential for combating a resistance to change. Take going for a bike ride to work in the city, or if work is nearby. Initially, your brain and body aren't too excited about exercising to travel, and you may want to stop the next day and just drive there. The longer the distance you need to travel, the more this feeling is present. However, if you persist for a long enough time, traveling to work every single day on the bike, your mind will eventually stop seeing the bike ride as a change from the norm, and instead as the standard procedure to get to work. You will stop thinking about having to go on the bike, and you will automatically start riding. A cue such as 7:30 a.m., weekday, time to go. Since the bike ride will become the new and normal method of travel to work, your mind, when unmotivated, will want to stay on this normal method, which you have solidified. You won't feel motivated to take a longer path or move faster than necessary, but walking to a bus stop or taking the car won't be nearly as intriguing as before. The bike has become automatic, and your subconscious doesn't even process it as an option. Riding has become your lifestyle. Building good habits are the key to better health, physical and mental. Although building bad ones are comfortable and undemanding in the moment, they degrade self-confidence, focus, and motivation in the long run. A 10-minute spur of motivation from anywhere can result in a year and beyond's benefits. The biggest part of building a habit is to do exactly what you did when you started. Repetition is essential to forming habits, just like it is for training in sports, music, games, school, and the like. Going to bed? Do 10 push-ups before you get under the covers every night. Watching TV and want a snack? Grab a few tangerines instead of chips or candy. It's always hard in the beginning, but after even the first or second day, a weight is lifted and it all seems normal. Good habits are how you survive, and giving yourself a few more will make your future forever brighter. Thank you.